cat hair all over me, Virgo. Ugh, do you hate that? Cat hair. I love you, Marcel. All right. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. I just did another reading for you, and I'm going to put it as a bonus just because it feels like it's very specific for somebody. So, and it's not really like super love related. I mean, it is, but it's not like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife type stuff. It's more like family and connection between friends and people that we love. Show me energy present for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in regard to love and relationships, mid-May 2019. Virgo, love, relationships, 2019, Virgo. Okay, I'm getting like a big nudge to just shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. So I apologize, Virgo. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Here, I'm gonna put this book under us so we're not hurting your ears too much with this glass table. Oh my God. Ugh. Show me for Virgo. 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 Okay. All right, Virgo, I'm Celtic Cross. This is what I'm feeling. First card out, you in the issue. This is moving forward, moving ahead. It's the Queen of Wands. Big energy, fiery energy, beautiful, voracious appetite towards the world, what they want, their passions. Obstacle. Not feeling victorious, not feeling recognized in a situation, not feeling like you have done what your best could have been. Some of you may be dealing with somebody where you are pushing on even though you may be feeling like that. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it's having the guts and the balls to move forward, even if you are being denied certain things or not being seen as what you're contributing to a situation, you know, is positive. You may just not be seeing it. The bottom of the, or underneath, you have the Five of Cups. So this is regret, frustration. It is sometimes mourning, crying over spilled milk. It's emotionally being connected to situations that we wish had maybe gone a little bit differently, or how could have I done this differently, shoulda, woulda, coulda type energy. You can't please everybody, Virgo. This is kind of the energy that I'm picking up. It's important to recognize that we can't please everybody. Sometimes it's just important to be satisfied with what we contribute, okay? Next card, recent past, you have the Star in reverse. So having difficulty following the path that you're on. Sometimes, again, not being recognized for your efforts, not being seen and in your full potential for something. It feels that you're stepping away from that. It feels like there's been a heavy energy in regard to that, but you're stepping away from it. I'm curious now what in the future energy. So Ace of Pentacles in reverse for future energy. So delays in beginnings, you know, opportunities either being hatched, you know, that can definitely happen when we are standing in this power, when we're working from a force to, I guess, pay attention to what we want in our life, what makes sense in our life as far as our passions, our directions, the things that we want to go towards in our life, the people that we want to go towards as well. You may be wanting to go toward a fire sign. You may be wanting to get away from a fire sign because there's been too much problems in the past. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, oftentimes it's a delay in beginnings. Sometimes it's the ideas are there, but the action behind the beginning is not there yet because we still need to cultivate more of that. I would say if that's the case, be careful about going too quickly, you know, hoping that it's all going to go for the best, but yet it doesn't. It falls short because we still have not hatched that plan properly, you know. It may still be in its pupa stage where it needs to start to grow and become more and more. So, you know, take your time to do what you need to do. but there's new beginnings on the way. I mean, there's always going to be a new beginning. Tomorrow's a new beginning. I don't mean to sound so trite and cheesy, but like this is a new beginning that you can nurture into existence. The Ace of Pentacles talks about new opportunities in regard to your finances, business, promotions. What else? It talks about gifts from people, inheritance. You know, sometimes it's just literally down to our last dime and needing to figure out how to make sure that we get past this point. What's coming for you in the future. So Justice in reverse, interesting energy. You could be dealing with a Libra. If you're dealing with somebody who's been very difficult in the past, it doesn't seem like that type of energy is getting better. It still feels as if you're not being recognized. You have 3 energies here all in a row that seem to be very much about like no recognition, like you can do and do and do, and it's just not recognized, not seen. Your value is not seen, your worth is not seen by somebody. If that's of yourself and you're struggling to, if you're feeling like you have no worth, no value, and you've been frustrated about it and you have nobody else in your life, things are changing. It's just, it takes time, it takes momentum, it also takes passion and dedication. Choose an idea that you want to go towards and make it happen, you know. With the Justice card in reverse, though, in regard to this situation, if you're dealing with somebody, it could be a fire sign, it doesn't feel like the energy with them changes. It feels like, I don't know, it's kind of like a loop, like, and you're recognizing it for what it is. That may be the recognition that you need to see here, recognizing a situation for what it is, and maybe you can never be, I want to say, perfect for somebody or a specific thing for somebody. And, you know, it's asinine to think that you could, because that's not how it works, okay? All right, more for you. Next card, King of Cups in reverse. So now you have a King and Queen. The King is in reverse. The King of Cups in reverse, primarily Scorpio energy, but Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This King, he's somebody in reverse. He's somebody who can be emotionally manipulative. This is the current state. Now, this can talk about the current state of you, or it can talk about the current state of the person that you're dealing with. This is a general reading, so it can go back and forth. Excuse me. The King of Cups, though, in reverse, he's a card of emotional manipulation. He's somebody that has a very difficult time connecting with his emotions and recognizing and acknowledging the emotions and actions of others. If this is a person that you've been dealing with, it almost may have been a very emotionally cut off situation with somebody, possibly Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, mainly Scorpio. But the thing is here, you need to be sure that you're not going to get stuck in that any longer. And it feels like you've kind of had that for a while, and you might be wanting to move away from a situation. You might be wanting to let go of it, because staying in this only blocks your opportunities. They'll come, but it's only blocking them for the time being. Show me. So what's coming toward you and for you? Exactly. 8 of Pentacles. So 8 of Pentacles talks about putting in energy and effort. When we have no idea, no drive, no direction that we're going in, it feels like we're kind of spinning our wheels. It feels like things are just kind of in action. There's no motion. It's like we need to turn this upright. We need to give this an opportunity to begin. We need to start growing in our lives, whether that be financial or emotional, stability wise. It feels like stability. It feels like things that need to further your what's that word? The materialistic aspect of your life. For what's coming for you, the 8 of Pentacles, I want you to look at this card. Now, this guy is looking at these 3 pentacles. So he's got his chisel in his hand. He's ready to go. He's still looking at these 3 pentacles, though. The 3 of Pentacles talks about getting involved in situations that make sense. You want to work towards them. You want to be on the same page with those that you're involved with. It is goal setting and achieving your goals. It is working diligently. If you look in the background, you have the 5 of Pentacles. Now, the 5 of Pentacles is kind of reminiscent here for me of this 5 of Cups as well. You know, being left out in the cold, frustrated, not having enough money. It's a lack mindset. It's a lack experience, not having enough financial like money in your life. The Eight of Pentacles overall, though, to add these all together, is talking about working and diligence and connection to the things that you want, okay? So, hopes, fears, worries, concerns. What do we have? Temperance. So, Temperance, Sagittarian energy. Temperance is a card of balance. Temperance is a card of, what do I bring into my life? What do I, how do I go about things? How do I not go about things? Like, what is it that I contribute? What do I not? What do I take off the table? What do I put on the table? If this is in regard to this King of Cups in reverse, though, this may be somebody drinking. You may be dealing with a person that has been drinking, and it's like, will this change? Will this not change? I don't believe that it will change with them. It feels like that person needs to do their own thing, and you may not need to be subject to that anymore. It feels like you need to pay attention to the stuff in your life that makes sense for you and go towards that. The outcome card. Yes, exactly. Death, Scorpio. So the outcome is the Death card. So endings, transformations, beginnings. So if we're dealing with some situation where we've had so much bullshit with somebody, not seeing our value, not treating us well, emotionally manipulating us, heavy drinking, drugging, yeah, not easy stuff, and maintaining the situation because it feels like we're supposed to. It might be time to move on, with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. That energy is there. It's like that little piece of green grass, like coming out of the cement, it's that little thing that's coming out of the crack of the cement. It wants to grow. It's just kind of stifled right now. You got to let that go. And at the bottom of the deck for all this, you have the Four of Pentacles with the Death card in the background. Okay, so again, we have reference to Scorpio energy, but again, we have reference to transformation. This Four of Pentacles talks about holding on to things that are done, holding on to things that we need to release so we can allow new things into our life. Sometimes if we have had experiences with people where we've stagnated with them for a very long time, it may be difficult to let go of them, but it feels like this time is now. Underneath the Four of Pentacles, you have the Sun, which is brilliance. It's new beginnings. It is turning this upright for sure. Okay. It is aha moments. If you need inspiration, it feels like you will be getting that, whether through that be dreams, whether that be through just your studies. I would say try to introduce as much happiness into your life as you possibly can. Uh-oh, I just dropped the whole Oracle deck. Give me one sec. So, everything on the floor. All right, Virgo. So, let us go ahead and shuffle. I'm going to shuffle, and we are going to clarify some things here, and then we'll be done. Okay? Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo. All right, so for the Queen of Wands, we now have the Queen of Swords. So clarifying this Queen of Wands, moving forward into our lives with gusto, with ambition, with direction, with passion. We also now have an energy where we are moving towards this with logical energy, oh my goodness, clarity of thought, clarity of communication, not getting too invested in our emotions necessarily, being very keyed in on shrewd type of management of your time and of your experience, okay? That's really great energy. Also, the Queen of Swords is somebody who she wants the truth. She wants to see the truth in a situation. If you've been dealing with somebody for long enough and it's time for this to dissolve, it's allowing that to happen. It's allowing to view it from a situation where we're not completely emotionally involved with it. We can step back a little bit so we can actually make sure that we can have a healthy situation for us and the person that you're dealing with, but more so for you. You know, you're not all discombobulated with it. Show me the, I'm just going to pull the cards. It's like the same Celtic cross. So for the Six of Wands in reverse, you have the Page of Swords. So communication, you know, sometimes this can talk about spying. I don't think that that's this. I think that this is blunt communication. I think it's quick and I think it's over. I think it's very quick, blunt communication, and that's that. Very biffy communication done. But it's enough to bring change. Okay, so the Five of Cups, you have the Moon. So yeah, the Five of Cups and the Moon, this is a very sad combination. It's holding on to things. It's emotional stagnation. It's feeling like you're off kilter, off track. It's emotional disharmony. It's not trusting yourself, not trusting the direction that you're on. It's being manipulated emotionally by others and knowing it. It is so many things, you know, so many things, but there's a lot of confusion in regards to the emotional aspect here. Sorry. The Star in reverse, you have the King of Pentacles. So with the Star in reverse, this is great energy for this, just because this is kind of like where we've been tipped over on our ass, not trusting our direction, not trusting our path. It's almost as if now we recognize that just even the idea and the action of being out of a situation that causes so much frustration here puts us in this energy. It puts us towards the King of Pentacles. This Virgo is your energy, you know, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is very pragmatic. He is practical. He's somebody who is going to go after situations that make money, that are, you know, they take care of his family. He's a businessman. He is somebody who is very connected to the materialistic world, you know, and that's not bad, but it's very, very helpful. Just because he knows the value of things, he knows the value of his time, his energy and effort, and he knows exactly where to place himself in situations. You know, if you're with a situation with a person where they're out of out of place emotionally, manipulating a situation, nah, it doesn't work anymore. Now it's time to step into your power. Now it's time to go towards what you want and really, really change this, you know. But we have to also trust that release, death, this final card is the movement. It's what has to happen before the next thing can take shape. Ace of Pentacles in reverse, we have the King of Wands in reverse. So interesting energy with the King of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is kind of what I was talking about before, a lack of passion, a lack of direction, a lack of devotion. The King of Wands also, I'm not picking up an energy here with the King of Wands where he's like an asshole. Like, you could be dealing with an asshole if this is the aspect of the King of Cups. You have the two kings in reverse. You know, that may be somebody who's been drinking, who's been out of sorts, and who has no real plans of changing it. It just kind of keeps going. But I feel here too, in regard to you, Virgo, the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This is more so in regard to the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is more so somebody who's like lost their passion. Like, they don't know their direction anymore. They've lost their passion. They don't know how they want to go about things. They kind of are out of sorts with themselves emotionally, with the direction that they want to go in. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, Justice in reverse, we have the Tower in reverse. So by maintaining a situation with somebody here, this unending, unchanging type of mistreatment here, it's by maintaining it, by staying in it. If you are to stay in that, it's just opening it up over and over again. That's why I'm urging you to change this. That's why I'm urging you to say, hey, enough, finality point, let's go. It's time for me. Show me the King of Cups in reverse. So the King of Cups in reverse, you have the Knight of Wands upright. This is an interesting combination. Sure, it could be somebody who's a cheat. I don't think that that's necessarily it. I think that this is more of somebody who is emotionally out of balance, and they're reckless in that. They are very, how do I say? They're indulgent in their reckless behavior, whether that be through emotional manipulation, whether that be through drinking, sabotory actions towards you. It's somebody who doesn't really care because they're so out of balance, you know, and it's like, how can you maintain a connection with that type of person? How can you open that type of energy up and have it be healthy? You know, that doesn't seem like what it is. Now, on the flip side, though, too, I do want to mention for you, this is the go. This is the energy. This is charging forward no matter what. It's passion. It's movement, okay? You do have 2 cards here of movement that are at least upright. The other 2 are not. The 6 of Wands in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. It's a lot of inaction. It's a lot of non-recognition. It's a lot of being mistreated. You know, here, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, these are energies where we have the fire under us. We're moving, we're going, we're passionate. You know, this is getting away from an energy that you don't want to be around, and it's doing so knowing that it's vital for you. This is a card of vitality, even maintaining vitality and creating vitality in one's life. Show me the Eight of Pentacles. Followed up with the 8 of Swords in reverse. Excellent. Getting out of your head about things, actually planning to change, planning to move, planning to do things that actually make sense for you, putting a lot of energy and effort into things that just are for you. And they're for you and only for you. Temperance, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So, and it's in reverse. So a lot of, I actually like the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. A lot of people are mixed about this card. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse often talks about breaking cycles, shifting energy so that we can cause cycles to end. If we've been, and in turn, this causes us balance. These 2 cards together, though, are also huge, huge energies of change, shift, reminders that we have the power to, you know, bring certain outcomes to pass. You know, we have to put energy and effort to it, but it's positive. The Wheel of Fortune talks about breaking cycles down. You know, if you've been dealing with somebody over and over again, like it doesn't feel like it's changing, it's just like a broken record, you're changing it. It's changing by you changing it. In the Death card, we have the 2 of Wands in reverse. So good. So 2 of Wands in reverse with the Death card here. This, what I'm feeling is, Virgo, letting a situation go, letting it die, transform, letting go of the hope in regard that it might change between you, and kind of giving up on it. This is a card of, you know, sometimes we've made our decision, we know which direction to go in, or I don't care anymore. I'm giving up on this. I don't care. I'm letting it fall. It's not healthy for me anymore. That's what's going on here. So good. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck with the original Celtic cross, you had, remember, the 4 of Pentacles. Now on the bottom of this deck, you have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So whatever has been held on to, whatever we've been dealing with, the person that we've been dealing with, very stagnant, very stuck in their ways, very, very slow to change if they change at all. That is on their own time. That is not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility to change somebody, Virgo. So be happy that you can. Well, I'm not going to tell you to be happy for anything. You can be sad or upset or happy or whatever you want to be, but allow change to happen so that you can have a completely different outcome. This person they need help. All right, let's go ahead and pull an oracle card for you, Virgo, and we will be done with this reading. Show me energy for Virgo, please. I hope I didn't call you Gemini in the reading. They're next, but I hope I didn't call you Gemini. I'm pretty sure I called you Virgo throughout. This is for Virgo, not for Gemini. Okay. Show me Virgo. Scallop. Scallop. Oh, good Lord. Why is this so difficult to find, Virgo? Scallop. Goddess, travel, femininity, vessel. The scallop has many associations across multiple religions. The scallop has many associations across multiple religions. It is affiliated with the Roman goddess Venus and the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, making it a symbol of femininity and as a vessel. In Christianity, it is associated with Saint James. Oh my Jesus. In Christianity, it is associated with the Apostle Saint James and was a popular icon. I don't know why I'm not able to read this. I'm going to start over again. I'm very sorry. Scallop, goddess, travel, femininity, vessel. The scallop has many associations across multiple religions. It is affiliated with the Roman goddess Venus and the Hindu goddess Lakshmi, making it a symbol of femininity and as a vessel. In Christianity, it is associated the Apostle Saint James and was a popular icon among pilgrims journeying to his shrine in the Spanish city of Santiago de Compostela. This gives the scallop its association with travel. An interesting thing to note is the ridges along the shell. The ridges along the shell, which converge together to one focal point at the base. To Christians, this is symbolic of the many pilgrims journeying to a holy site, while in Celtic society, it resembles the sun rays during sunset. Okay, so either way here, if you're female, step into your femininity. If you're male, step into your compassionate self. You know, utilize that divine goddess energy. That's going to be able to heal. Most definitely. And also wish that upon this other person. Like, it seems like they're floundering in some really shitty ways. Also, movement, go forth, femininity, travel, direction, changing your direction. Sometimes that travel just means changing your direction out of a situation, leaving a situation, letting it go. All right, Virgo, that's this reading. That's it. This is done. I'm going to let this go here, and if this was helpful for you, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you choose to donate, the link is in the description box below, and I will be back in June for your June reading. All right, take care, you guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.